Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I have another abstract watercolor art journal page for you. I am enjoying these pages so much and I believe you also like to watch them as I get a lot of comments. This is my color scheme for this page and I'm starting with the Neocolor I crayons today. These are the not water-soluble ones, which means they will build a resist against the watercolors. And what I'm having here is a metallic color. I can't remember which one exactly, but I believe that's not that important. And I also think that their metallic sticks are not that great. So I think if you want to have something really metallic, these won't really work. They have a soft shimmer, but not very intense. I decided to go for circles today because I really like that spread where I used circles as shapes. And I just try to connect them so the colors bleed into each other. The colors I'm using here are the Viridian green, it's my Schminke one, and the Naples yellow from White Nights, and this orange is from Core Watercolors, and I really love their colors because they have this amazing flow and they are also very vibrant and intense. I always tell that I really enjoy these pages because they are quickly made and they are fun. It's a nice, easy, creative exercise without any. Yeah, it's not difficult. It's just calming down and playing in a creative way. The brown I've used here is a mixture. I can't remember which colors I've mixed to get it. And also the green, I believe, is a mixture of the Viridian green and it's the yellow ochre, yes. I mixed Viridian green with yellow ochre, and also the yellow is not the Naples yellow, it's the yellow ochre. I will add all the names of the colors I'm using in the description, and this is a burnt sienna. That's the Paynes gray. I prefer Paynes gray against black because it doesn't look that flat. Usually I use watercolor pencils to scribble into the wet paint, but today I decided to use the Neocolor II crayons, and this also works really nice. And also if my paper gets too dry, I just dip the crayon into water. Before I leave this to dry, I will add some splatters with the same colors I have already used on the page. My page is dry now, and I picked out some stamps to create some texture in my circles. The stamp I'm using here is from my pencil mark stamp set. I believe it's on the number 1 set. And I'm using a dark brownish ink. I decided to also pick a leaf stamp from my craft collection, and I will use an emerald green to stamp it. It's almost the same tone as the Viridian. I also wanted to have this leaf going outside my cluster, and I decided for that I should adhere it to an acrylic block so I get a really good stamp impression. I usually just cut out my stamps from the sheets and then use them with a glue stick on an acrylic block. Sometimes I mount them. I do this usually with border stamps to make them more stable, or with backgrounds also to make them more stable, because I use those usually without an acrylic block. I wanted to have a bit more contrast, so I'm using black ink for these dots now. And I'm making some more marks. I planned to use an orange color, but my stamp was already black, and so I got a really dark black orange. But I think it really fits the page. I wanted to add more to the page, so I picked out some of my jelly prints that had similar colors, and it takes me a while to figure out where to place the bits and pieces, and I always have a look through my camera onto the page to decide where the composition looks good. I feel these look a bit like plant pots, and I also thought that it's maybe a nice idea, but I changed my mind and just teared up some of the pieces and then adhered those to the page. And I'm just using a glue stick. And here I have one of the stickers I made myself with the jelly plate and some printable labels. And I just adhere this one also to my spread. I think the colors are really nice together and the leafy image matches my page really well. I had the feeling that there was some contrast missing, so I use my black water-soluble pencil and just make some more scribbles. And I also decided to add some stamping outside of my cluster, just with this grid stamp. What I'm also doing is adding more texture and highlights with the Neocolor crayons, just with them dry, not with water. They work really well when they are dry. And here I switched to an acrylic paint marker to make some more dots and to paint in some different areas. To finish up the page, I decided to use this old book page stamp to add just some tiny areas to my circles. I thought about adhering a bird to this page because the colors were perfect. I wasn't sure if I liked it, so I stopped my recording and made 2 photos of the page, and then I flipped through them and made a decision, and this is what I decided to do. I adhered the bird, and I also adhered 2 words from the Mix to Sentiment stamp set, which were also stamped to the same paper, and so everything matches really well. I hope you enjoyed this video today, and I hope we will see us next time. Have a wonderful week. Bye.